Welcome to Women's Million Dollar Conversations with Alice Tang, where we share stories from successful businesswomen who have saved, earned, or sold over $1 million and discuss how they built their success and insights to help you achieve your goals. Now, let's join the conversation.
Hello, Lauren Francis. Good morning. How are you?
Good to see you, Alice. Thanks for having me on. It's great to be
I
here.
am so grateful for you today. So here we are. We have my wonderful friend that I adore, Lauren Francis, owner and CEO and founder of Mulberry Talent, who is with us today. So Lauren, would you tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and how long you have run your business?
My name is Lauren Francis, as we know, as we mentioned. I have a company, Mulberry Talent Partners, and it is a recruiting firm. We partner with organizations of all sizes, all industries, and to assist the leaders and the hiring managers to fill their open positions. And we have an office in the San Francisco Bay Area where I'm from, but the headquarters is here in Portland, Oregon. We've lived in Portland since 2008. And we are a small but mighty team of 6. So that's
Very
a little
good.
bit about, and also the specialty areas that we serve are human resources, administrative office, administration in general, finance, accounting. And last year we started project management to fill project management positions and operations. So we're expanding our service offerings.
That's beautiful. Portland and everywhere needs you. I know you're not limited to recruit for employers here. So awesome. 2 offices. How many years has Mulberry been in the business since you founded it?
We just celebrated our 6th anniversary this month. And what's interesting, because Mulberry is not my first business. I had founded 2 other companies prior to forming Mulberry. So it's been a long and interesting journey. And we can talk about that during our conversation. So it feels, 6 years feels, it's just another day in the life kind of thing.
When you look back, time flies so fast. But when you're in the moment, sometimes, especially when we're dealing with the daily challenges, you and I deal with them all the time. With that minute is really long. Anyway, congratulations of the 6 years anniversary. Since this is a Woman $1 Million conversation, our guest that we invite, Lauren, today has either saved $1 million, made $1 million in the business, or earned $1 million. So let's talk a little bit without going into too much details about that $1 million. In what year of the last 6 years that you crossed the $1 million mark?
I believe it was in our 2nd year of business.
Congratulations. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Many entrepreneurs were trying to break even, hoping to pay themselves a salary after you pay everybody and all the expenses. But you're awesome, Lauren.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't actually pay much attention to the number. I tend to focus mostly on the work. And I've always been an advocate of, or a believer that we do great work, we create a great service, we take care of our employees, we take care of our community partners, take care of our network and our candidate and client partners as well. And through that heart of service comes the money that we're talking about.
That's beautiful, beautifully said. So what Lauren has just told us is do what you like to do, be very committed to give the best she and her company can to the people who's using her service, pay it forward, she implied, and the money would come. That's so true for a very successful business owner like Lauren. Great. As you're building your business to that $1 million, I asked you to flashback a little bit. I'm sure there is a lot of hurdles you have to jump through, and one of the hurdles is the bias. So what is the biggest bias you have experienced?
The biggest bias was actually self-inflicted. I did not attend or graduate from college. And so I always had some shame around that. And in conversations with people, I would always steer the conversation away from, where did you go to college? But I no longer feel that way. And I think through working and a lot of personal growth and all of the things that we do every day to be the best person that we can be, I no longer find that to be a burden. And what's interesting now is that actually not going to college is in vogue. So
So you're so in right now. Very good. Overcoming the psychological hurdle, what people expect of you. I think it also comes with life experience too, because there are times when I know when I was younger, in my 20s and 30s especially, I feel like I wanted to look good in all facets. I want to be perfect.
Sure.
So if there is something wrong, I try to, like you said, steer away the conversation, not to go there. This is a woman $1 million conversation, and the audience are looking to Lauren and said, if there is one thing you can give me, what would that be? They want to be a Lauren.
Honestly, it's betting on yourself and preparation for sure. When I started my first business, which is a housekeeping business, and I named it Maid in America, I had $800 in the bank. I was 28 years old, pay my rent, I could buy food and put gas in the car. And I ended up purchasing a vacuum cleaner and cleaning supplies, and I was in business. And so one of the key ingredients to that was that I wanted to create a business where I did not need capital in order to start a business. So it was very simple. It was just me and my cleaning supplies, really. And then that grew to hiring more people, and then the creation of my second business. And that evolved again, and ran that company for 18 years, Town and Country Resources in the San Francisco Bay Area. And again, it started with $800 in a vacuum cleaner. So I think that's a really important point, because what I did not want to have is the pressure of a financial burden in order to start the business.
In other words, putting $100,000 into buying something when you do not know where the business is going.
Oh, indeed. Yeah. And there's a lot of learnings that come from all of that. But I think that it's really truly a bet on yourself situation. And what's interesting is I had a lot of financial insecurity growing up. My father started a business when we were very young. My mother at the time was a homemaker, and I carried the stress of that decision for a long time because their stress I absorbed. And so there was a lot of financial insecurity with that decision. And what's interesting about my story is that people with financial insecurity typically don't take risks, right? A risk would be to leave your job and to go do something on your own. And I did just that, which I don't think I was really thinking about it. I think I just made it happen. Who knows?
There must be something in you at the time that is bigger than the insecurity.
Right. I'm trying to think back to that time and what was driving me towards that decision. I think I just wanted to be in control. And I think at a young age, with my father going into business and all the churn and turmoil that caused, he was ultimately being very successful, but I think it took a toll on the family.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, I think I didn't want to be in chaos. I wanted control. And so having control, I was able to control it through having my own company and creating my own company. So it's so interesting how all this works out.
You know what? You just answered a question ahead of the game. Thank you. So we're going to ask you, what's your value of money? Because this is a money conversation with women. So independence is one of them. I know there's quite a few values that you see money can do for you. So why don't we go there?
Yeah. Security, peace of mind, confidence, freedom, and the feeling of abundance. That is just a good and happy feeling. It's a great space to live. And what it does is, with that peace, you're able to focus on your relationships, your family, your friendships, your community partners, all of the individuals that support you in your lives. And so that has been very important to me. And also creating a legacy for my family, which was something that I think is lost sometimes. So that's important to both my husband and I, to create that legacy for our girls. I also want to give back. I want to inspire others to have that confidence, to not take that risk so much, but to move into that space. And the other thing too is that you don't really have to start a business to bet on yourself. You can bet on yourself within an organization and working for others. And so I firmly believe that it doesn't necessarily mean you need to be an entrepreneur, because not everybody wants to be or wants to do that or to work in that way.
Beautiful, beautiful. You can bet on yourself. You don't need to be a business owner or entrepreneur. I wholeheartedly believe in that. Betting on myself, I mean different things to different people. But one of the things I think you interview enough candidates and place enough candidates, sometimes we tend to underestimate our power. And the book, The Gift of Asking, is sharing about the power of that ask. Asking myself, what's my next level? Asking my senior person to say, I really worth 20% more. And I'm sure you coach people to do that all the time.
Oh, we must, because I can hear the insecurities in their responses. And I coach people to help them rethink. And it's a mindset shift. And it does take work, but there's the awareness is the first step. And so my goal always when I connect with a candidate is to help them along their journey. And any sort of advice and assistance that I can provide in that way, that is so important to me and to the people that work within our company.
They're grateful to have you, Lauren. Next question. When you're making a big decision, when the stakes are really high, what's your process?
My network. Absolutely. You know, if I do not reach out to others and connect and inquire and ask questions and look for the feedback, I generally stumble, because I've always said you don't want to make decisions in a silo and by yourself. And so I reach out to my network and I look for advice from the people that I trust and the people that I take care of and they take care of me. And it's
very well.
Yeah.
Very well. Now, in the last 6 years, of course, there are moments that you're challenged. And sometimes the time of challenge is on us that we say, oh, I'm hanging on with my pinky finger. And perhaps the thought of quitting and why doing this, but what kept you going?
The love for the work that we do, the passion for people. And no, seriously, it might sound like I don't know, rose-colored glasses, but I really do love supporting people. And I'm very curious about people. I'm curious about their stories and how to help people improve their lives in any way that we can. And I think that is an important piece.
The love for people, love to improve their lives. Beautifully said.
Yeah, I know too that one of the most important things that I do and I believe in is that you never ever want to miss an opportunity to help people feel good about themselves.
Oh,
it's important.
You're saying phrases to the thing that I believe.
Yeah.
That person need to be the most important person in the room. Make them feel good.
Yes. People that you don't know, people that you do know.
Yes. We're now down to the last couple of questions. What is a piece of very good advice or a piece of very bad advice that has made the biggest impact in your life?
Well, I guess, I don't know. Selling Town and Country was probably, maybe it wasn't advice. I sought it out, but looking back, probably not my best move. But at the end of the day, it helped me to where I am today. So I do believe that we all have a path and a journey, and here we are.
And it's already mapped. Just walk.
It is. Yeah, just walk. Agreed. Yeah, absolutely.
Just walk. In unknown, keep walking, right?
Yeah, for sure.
What are you grateful for today? Of course, we are very grateful for you being a guest with us.
I'm grateful for you, Alice. You've been a wonderful friend and wonderful gift in my life. So thank you for this friendship. And I'm grateful for my family, of course. I'm grateful for this wonderful country we live in. I'm grateful for the opportunities that we have. And I'm grateful for my incredible team. We have really just hired some wonderful people. And I have a wonderful director of operations that has just been a great gift. And our girls are doing so well in their lives. And then our community partners, we've really made lots of connections, and it's been really a gift. So yes. And I'm also grateful for my faith. That was one thing that I found in the last many years, is really finding my faith. And it's been a very important part of this journey.
Oh, thank you for the last comment. Very grateful for the faith. Me too. This wrap up our interview with wonderful Lauren Francis. If people want to find you, Lauren, how can they find you?
They can find me at mulberrytalent.com. But
Great.
before we go, I wanted to share some of my favorite quotes. And one of them is from you, Alice. So yes and no are both great answers. We use that all the time in our business
Oh
because
my goodness.
when you reach out to people, you want to let them know that no is okay. It's okay to say no. I can't or I won't. And I do keep quotes in my phone because when I hear them, I'm so inspired by them. So a couple of them are, take advantage of your advantages.
Mm.
Success is when, and many people have heard this a lot, but success is when opportunity and preparation intersect. There are more roads than roadblocks. We can find a million reasons to say no. The possibilities in yes will surprise you. And of course, I did say never ever miss an opportunity to make someone feel good about themselves. And one of them I just recently heard was, today is my new favorite day. And do you know who said that? Winnie the Pooh. And I love that because today is my new favorite day. What a great way to feel blessed every single day.
So because you talk about Winnie the Pooh, I have to add this. I think Charlie Brown said this. Nobody's perfect unless you are nobody. So don't strive for perfect, but strive for excellence.
I love that. Thank you so much for that. That's great.
Awesome. Wonderful, Lauren. We're grateful for you one more time. We love all the quotes. Thank you for the time today.
Great. Thank you, Alice.
Thank you.